In this video series, we're going to be needle felting the entire Simpsons family, starting with Marge Simpson.
To make the head, I'm grabbing some yellow fibers and rolling it into a tight bundle. Then, I'm poking the bundle to compress it until it's firm and shaped kinda like an egg. Next, I'm grabbing a bit of white fibers to transform it into the eyeballs, making sure the eyes are the same size. Thanks to the reference photo, I'll know exactly where to position the eyes. Poking along the base of the eyeballs from different angles will ensure that they'll stay in place forever. A bit of black fiber is placed on the center of the eyeballs for the pupils. For the nose, I'm using a bit of yellow fiber to turn it into a little lump and attaching it below the edge of the eyeballs. Then, I am forming two tiny round discs for Marge's ears and attaching it to the side of the head, matching the eye level. As for the eyelashes, I've rubbed some black fibers between my fingers to turn it into thick strands and putting 3 on each eyeball. It's time to make Marge's majestic blue hair. I'm going to start by rolling some fibers into an oval shape and poking it until firm, then placing it on the head, poking at different angles to lock it in. In order to give the hair texture, I'm making these blue balls, which looks kinda like blueberries. I ended up making at least 50 of them and pricking my fingers multiple times in the process. It's pretty difficult working with tiny objects when needle felting. Next, I'm slapping on these tiny blue balls, starting at the base of the hair, and gradually covering every single inch of her hair. Then moving on to the sides and the back of her head, peeking at the reference photo when needed. This was the most difficult part of the project because of how long it took, and it gave my hand and fingers cramps. To make her mouth, I formed a soft wedge, placed it below the nose, and continually added on fibers until it's solid and pointy. Now, onto the body. I'm going to start with her lime green dress, rolling up the fibers tightly and poking at the bundle, aiming to form a thimble shape for the dress. I held the head and the dress together and poked through the connections from different angles until the fibers interlock. To create the neck, a piece of yellow fiber is looped around the top of the dress and blended in. Next, I'll be making a bunch of tiny round beads for the pearl necklace. I never knew orange pearls existed until now. The necklace is complete after I put the individual beads all around the neck, linking them up. A quick 360 to show what we have so far. To make the arms, I'm rolling the fibers into a log and then poking away at it until it's firm with a slight curve at the end to represent the hand. Once I've made 2 identical arms, I'm going to attach it just below the necklace and poking at the seams from different angles until it's attached. Lastly, I'll be making the tiny feet by rolling up some fibers to form the stumps, felting it until firm and adding orange fiber to cover half of the feet for the shoes. I'm constantly adding bits of orange fiber and shaping the shoes until it's pointy. Now, I just have to add the feet to the bottom of the dress, making sure to spread them out and then poke them a few times from different angles to make sure that they're fully attached.
Okay everyone, so this is the finished Marge Simpson. Thank you so much for watching the video and tell me which family member you would like to see next.